80 kilometres east of Warrnambool, Moonlight Head remains a prominent yet isolated feature of Victoria's historic shipwreck coast. The mighty Southern Ocean pounds its shores, and even seafarers of today are wary of its dangers. On the morning of September 6, 1891, the barque Fiji, on a voyage from Hamburg to Melbourne, became yet another tragic victim of the shipwreck coast. Some 8 kilometres offshore, the captain realised Fiji was too close to land, but it was too late. She ran onto a reef at the base of huge cliffs. The scene of the wreck has changed little in 100 years. In 1869, another vessel, the Marie Gabrielle, met a similar fate. Fiji had run ashore just a short distance to the west. The crew faced a perilous situation. Their ship was breaking up beneath them, masts were toppling, and the dynamite in the cargo may explode. James Peter of Camperdown was on the beach that day and used a candle to write the words "Help Coming" on the dark cliff face. The message reassured the crew, but their troubles were far from over. The rocket crew eventually arrived from Port Campbell, but the essential heavy line had been left behind. It was later claimed by Mr. Peter that preference was given to transporting the photographic equipment used to record these images. As a result, many of those seen here on the bowsprit drowned soon after the photograph was taken. The scene of this tragic event is now marked by an anchor erected on the rocks by 4 Warrnambool skin divers in 1969. Beneath the waves, a fascinating part of our maritime heritage remains to be studied and explored. We join Flagstaff Hill divers Peter Ronald and Noel Ryan as they explore the Fiji. The wreck is of special significance to Peter, as it was his great-great-grandfather who wrote that message of encouragement on the cliff face 100 years earlier.
The most prominent feature of the site is the hundreds of coils of wire, now solidified and encrusted with marine growth. The hull is broken apart, but the vessel's iron ribs are clearly seen. Fragments of pottery can be found trapped by the vessel's ribs. These coils of wire are found over almost the entire site. Porcelain mugs and bottles blend into the jumble of wreckage. Each space between the ribs shelters fragments of cargo. On the vessel's starboard side, we enter a large cave formed by the ship's hull. We proceed cautiously into the dark cavern. The strands of wire are visible in this coil. A section of mast still shows its cylindrical shape. Huge abalone find refuge in the jumbled wreckage. Sailing ships always carry spare rigging, as this intact coil of wire cable confirms. Near the bow, an assortment of anchors are scattered across the sea floor. Remnants of the timber deck can be seen attached to iron plates. Yet another anchor amongst the wreckage. Porcelain candlesticks, probably excavated and discarded by souvenir hunters. base of a drinking glass, or perhaps a vase. Part of the word Amsterdam can still be read on this fragment of schnapps bottle. Tons of anchor chain now form a mound of iron. The base of a large glass container. Warner's Safe Cure was a popular patent medicine in the late 1800s. Children's toys were included in the vast general cargo. Porcelain dolls' legs and even tiny wagon wheels remain well preserved. A large sweep finds safety in the wreckage. Over 1,000 barrels of cement were included in the cargo. The wooden barrels have disintegrated, leaving solid cement casts of their original shape. A wooden pulley block, part of the ship's rigging. Broken remains of a white glass bottle made in Hamburg. It once contained bitters, a popular drink at the time. A huge sand drift near the stern confirms that the site is not always so completely uncovered. The ship's stern lies on its side, the rudder still in position. The shape of the hull is identifiable at the stern. Port and starboard sides join at the broken keel. The keelson was a major structural component of these vessels and runs down the centre of the hull interior. By squeezing through the ribs, we locate another cave under the wreckage. Our torchlight reveals a treasure trove of porcelain artefacts. Egg cups, plates, candlesticks, and even an ornate toast rack, all cemented to the walls of the cave. On an earlier dive, we saw a beautiful figurine, but it has since been excavated and stolen by looters. "250 tons of pig iron remains stacked as it was when the ship left Hamburg. More barrels of cement, well preserved here in the centre of the hull. This large iron wheel is believed to be part of the ship's windlass mechanism. In a deep gutter on the port side, we discover some sections of timber topmast in a remarkable state of preservation. The skill of the shipwright is clearly evident even after 100 years. Nearby we find part of a child's tea set lodged in a crevice. Glassware was manufactured in Germany for clients in Australia. This bottle was part of an order for J. Basisto in the Melbourne suburb of Richmond. Nothing is removed. We leave the wreck of the Fiji exactly as we had found it.
Souvenir hunters have unfortunately left their mark on the Fiji. The wreck is now formally protected under the Historic Shipwrecks Act, and we can only hope that future generations of divers will respect and help preserve this fascinating example of our maritime heritage. To learn more about the vessels lost on Victoria's shipwreck coast, visit Flagstaff Hill Shipwreck Museum, located in the east wing of the Lighthouse Keeper's Cottage.